Hey everyone, welcome back. Here's another tool breakdown on the newly released custom league integrations. What do they mean? How can we use them? What we'll do is we'll show off how to create a league, how to manage these leagues, and then also other use cases that you might like. So let's jump into it. So what is a custom league? A custom league is essentially a manual league that you can input into Dynasty Daddy, and we will save your league, your settings, your rosters, all of that. It is something for platforms such as CBS, NFL.com. We currently don't support those on our platform, but you can go in here and manually enter them and manage it that way. It's also a great tool for platforms like Yahoo. If you have a Yahoo Dynasty League, they don't really provide dynasty tools like future picks, things like that. You can manage that all through Dynasty Daddy as well, and it will link to your account. So let's jump in. Currently, I'm logged into my Dynasty Daddy account. I can click Manage Leagues, and we'll go Add More Leagues. If we scroll all the way over, we'll see this Dynasty Daddy logo, Custom Leagues. This infographic tool will also walk through all of these steps as well. But if we click this, it will navigate you to your custom leagues. Currently, I don't have any. So let's create a new league, and then you'll be prompted with a form to fill out. So we'll just do Demo League. Oop. If I can spell right, but Demo League, and you get a bunch of options about your league, such as, is it Dynasty, is it Redraft, number of teams, starters, so, is it 1 QB, 3 RB, 2 wide receiver, whatever. You can format all of that here, and then you get additional settings, such as scoring settings. They have the big ones, point per reception, tight end premium, but there's also, you can really dive into specific scoring settings that you want here. Next, we'll click Create Teams. So now that we like our settings, we can jump into team management. We'll be prompted. You'll see all the teams. So we selected 12 teams. So we'll have 12 teams up here that we can toggle between. There is a checkbox to say, hey, this is my team. So we'll save that in our database to say, hey, when I'm going through, the portfolio tool or anything like that, make sure to reference your team in this league. So what we'll do is we'll just call it my team. We'll give it a name, and then we'll add some players. So say my team has Josh Allen, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, I have, we'll say Emeka Egbuka, and let's just give me, what's a running back that makes sense? Okay, Kenneth Walker. Okay, I'm not going to build out the entire team, but we can add all the players that we want across all the platforms pretty quickly. So then we'll make a second team real quick. So something to note is when you add a player, you will notice, now that I added Josh Allen to my team, when I try to select a player in the future, it will say Josh Allen, my team. This means it's already selected on the previous team, but I can select it and we'll add it to my team, and we'll remove it from my team. So it makes it easier to say, okay, I'm adding all these players, but I accidentally added a player to the wrong team, or I think this team, something like that. Makes it easy to not have to add it and then remove it, type of deal. So we added that, and then obviously you just continue to go down all the teams, add all the players to all the teams. Another thing to show off is we have draft capital. So say for some reason the rival team traded for Josh Allen, and they traded 2 first-round picks. So we'll just say that 2 first-round picks to my team. I can click that little arrow. It'll prompt me with all the teams in the league, and I can select what team that pick went to. So we're going to assign this 4th-round pick as well to my team. And if we go back here, we'll see my team's 2026 first, but then we'll also see at the very end, we'll see the picks that was traded to me to get Josh Allen. So I'll have rival teams first, rival teams 27, and rival teams 4th. So let's fast forward and assume that you filled out all the rosters. Then what you do is click Save League. Boom, it's saved. It will navigate you back to the home of your custom leagues, and you'll see you have your demo league here. If we jump into our power rankings, actually, let me show it here. Where's Demo League? Demo League is now in the dropdown. I can select it. It will open up my league. Obviously, power rankings and stuff look a little wonky just because I haven't filled out every team. But you will see draft capital is updated, as well as the players I have assigned to my team. And you can easily track everything through there. So it's an easy way to add in platforms that aren't supported, or add in custom leagues, scoring settings, anything like that. I think some big use cases, obviously, is if you have a platform that isn't supported, like NFL.com, CBS. Another fun use case is if you are addicted to running through different scoring settings through the War tool, you can create a bunch of easy leagues like this. and say, oh, what does a 1.5 tight end premium do to war in this type of league? So it's another way to interact with the war tool easily without having to create sleeper leagues or anything like that. So now let's say we want to edit our league. Say a trade happened or I picked up a player off waivers. What I can do is go back to the create custom leagues, and we'll have our demo league here. What we can do is click edit, and this will open up the same modal again. So say if we actually changed it to 2 tight ends for some reason or whatever, you can modify the scoring settings here, but I just want to jump into the teams. So in here, we'll say, well, what was it? Trey Benson got injured, so let's, it was DeMarcado. If I go, there it is. So say I picked up Amari DeMarcado on the waivers, I can add that to my team. And also say I traded for Carson Wentz. I traded a 3rd round pick. So I can add Carson Wentz to my team. And I traded my 2026 3rd round pick to rival team or whatever. And we'll see that 3rd round pick is now on the team that's I hypothetically traded for Carson Wentz. And then I click save league. Now if I jump back into here, I'll have to reload it real quick. And now you can see when I reload it, it pulls in the updated team. Now I have Carson Wentz. I also have Amari DeMarcado, and I don't have a 3rd round pick because I traded that to rival team, which now has my 3rd round pick. So it's again an easy way to update, maintain your leagues without having to worry about too much going on. Okay, last thing I want to show off is another way to share these custom leagues. So say I spend a ton of time creating a custom league for one of my platforms. I can come in here and you'll notice there's an import JSON option. And if on the edit teams, when we're about to save, there's an export option. So what we can do is we can export it and we can save it to a file. So let me just open that up. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Okay, here we go. So we don't have to dive into too much, but what you'll see is when you click export, you get this file, this custom league.json, and it has all the information for your league, scoring settings, any of your players linked, your picks, all of that. So technically you could manually import it here or modify here. I would only do it if you're comfortable doing it, just because if you mess it up, like it's going to cause issues. But basically what you could do with this file is share it with your league mates. And then if they come into, like if we go, did not mean to press all the way back, but you live and you learn. Let's say we create a league. I can now import that league, click open. It will import all the settings of that league, update everything, see demo league. And if we go in here, we'll also update the teams and the draft picks. So I can easily share these custom leagues with other people as well. So it's not just, locked down to my only account, or it's, I can share it between things. That being said, if you make in the league, it's linked to your account. So every time you log into your account, you will have access to this league. But this is more for sharing it with other people within your league or sharing it with other people in general. You can import and export to a JSON file and have it populate everything without manually configuring it for every single person that's in the league. But anyway, that covers everything I have with the custom leagues. I'm excited to actually roll out this option just to give people more flexibility with messing with the Dynasty Daddy tools, as well as war tools, anything like that. Some constraints I will shout out is we don't have a schedule mapping, just because I don't know if people want to map 120 something fantasy football matchups. But if a lot of people like the custom leagues, that's something I can certainly add. I don't know how many people will straight up use this out of the gate, so it's more of let's get a good baseline out here, get people to get familiar with it, and then if I need to build and iterate off it, I can certainly do that. But again, thank you so much for watching. Definitely support the channel, support the site, and I'll talk to y'all next time.